is the 10th installment in the Star Wars franchise and was originally being directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, best known for movies like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Lego Movie, and the 21 Jump Street movie. What was it about those two that made Lucasfilm feel that they would be a good choice to direct a Star Wars movie is still a mystery to a lot of people, including me. Unfortunately, due to creative differences, Lord and Miller were fired with just a few weeks of filming left to go, and director Ron Howard was brought in to complete the film. He ended up filming and reshooting for like 4 months, and it's been reported that 70 to 80% of the movie that has been released is his, and he received solo credit. No pun intended. The budget increased as a result, making it one of the most expensive movies ever, and while the film did end up making money, I don't think it has broke even. I wouldn't be surprised if part of the reason why it hasn't done as well as a Star Wars movie is expected to is because some people were left disappointed by The Last Jedi, which came out back in December, and are probably just using that as an excuse to not see the movie. I was not one of those people, by the way. Now, I was always going to go see the Solo movie, even while reading the reports of its troll production and hearing the reactions of disappointment about The Last Jedi, and now having seen it, I am happy to report that I had a great time at it, and it does deliver. I enjoyed it so much that it is probably my 4th favorite out of the 10 movies in the franchise. The movie tells the origin of the Han Solo character, played previously 4 times by Harrison Ford and is played this time by Alden Ehrenreich, as we follow the younger version of the character from his home planet to seeing how he became a smuggler, to how he first met Chewie and Lando Calrissian, and how he acquired the Millennium Falcon. Along the way, we see many things and surprises. Among them are 3 things that were mentioned in dialogue in the original Star Wars film from 1977 that have now been visualized in this film Solo. I don't want to spoil anything, so if you want to know what those 3 things are, you are going to have to ask me personally after you have seen the movie, or if you want to spoil it for yourself, you can still ask me personally. I'm just not going to reveal them here. The cast is also excellent, including Donald Glover as Lando. I don't know of anyone else other than Billy Dee Williams who could have played Lando. Glover was so much fun to watch. As for Heinrich as Han Solo, of course he's not Harrison Ford, but neither is the world's best Harrison Ford impersonator. I like to put it this way. In the 3rd Indiana Jones movie, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, River Phoenix played young Indiana Jones at the beginning of that movie. In other words, the young Harrison Ford. And while Phoenix was great, I had a much better time believing that Alden Ehrenreich could look like Harrison Ford when older, more than I did believing River Phoenix could. Overall, I really bought Heinrich in the role. He did make it his own while staying true to what Ford had done previously. And I like to think that having Ron Howard as his director helped him. Apparently it did, because before Howard came on, Heinrich needed an acting coach. And of course, as a Star Wars fan, I loved all of the visuals and the action and the writing and the humor. This was co-written by Lawrence Kasdan, who wrote Empire Strikes Back, my 2nd favorite of the movies, and The Force Awakens, my 3rd favorite. The original is still my number 1 favorite. Plus, we see a popular character from one of the previous movies return in a cameo. I'm not going to say who it is. My point is, don't listen to the negative response of the previous movie or the lackluster box office of this movie. Just check it out if you haven't already. It's frickin' Star Wars, come on! Thank you so much for watching, and there will be more because Lehtonen's Home Theater is always showing.